Hi, my name is Jonathan. Today I'm talking about how to do a truss setup. We have a chord guitar here. As you can see, you can come over and have a look. This guitar has a little bit of fret job need to be done. As you can see, come closer. The fret is quite worn out, right? So what are we gonna do here is we will lower down the fret, sand it down and make it flat, and we will crown back the frets and make it round back. We will lower down the action, and you can see here the tremolo here is quite rusty, so we'll try to take it out using the electrolysis way of doing it. We'll try to clean it up and make it look as new as possible. So we are not gonna take out the sticker, as I think the customer like it. We want to stay this way. You can see that there is quite a bit of scratches and dent here and everything, right? So rusty screws and everything, rusty machine head. So we'll try our best out. First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a marker pen to mark all the fret, and then we're gonna sand it down using a katana system. Okay, now the reason why we put the marker pen on each fret is that when we do the fret leveling, we will know which fret is being sand down and which one is not. The one that is not being sand and where the blue mark is still there, it means that the particular fret is too low, and we have to sand it until we touch the fret. That means if we touch even just a little bit, that means all the fret are even. This is very important. If it's not even, then if there is a possibility that it will create a fret bust on it. So before we proceed, we're gonna check the neck to see whether the neck is straight or not. Okay, so we're gonna use these tools. Now, how to see if the neck is straight or not is to look at here, whether there's any gap and any light going through at the bottom of the fret. As you can see that this fret is not flat, it's not straight at all, because there's a lot of gaps in between, right? So we are gonna the good thing about using katana system is that the katana system will have a truss rod. We have a truss rod here, so we can actually adjust the truss rod according to the shape of the neck. So even though if the neck is not straight, we can adjust accordingly. But just for explanation wise, it is good if we can just straighten the neck a little bit before we proceed, right? Alright, now we adjusted the neck. You can see it's actually slightly better than the previous time. It's not 100% flat yet, so we're gonna adjust a little bit more. Still has some room. We don't have to adjust it that flat because we are using the katana system. But why I'm adjusting is because we need to set up it properly as low as possible. Alright, now it's quite flat. We'll adjust again later for the setup purpose. Now we just want to check the neck with the katana. Now we're gonna tune it up first so that we can get the right tension of the string. The string is done. Check again the neck. Okay, it's good. Now we're gonna use the katana system. I'm gonna measure using this. What this do is to check the balance of the neck, whether it is flat or not. So I'm gonna put it on top of it. The most important thing is the center one, whether the center one will show you any gap or is it flat. It doesn't move around, so it seems good to me. It's quite flat, there's no gap in between, which means it's good to go. And you can see that this katana below here, it does has the sandpaper. Now the good thing about katana system is we don't have to take off the string. We can remain the string here so that we can keep the tension of the string when we do the sanding. It is so important to have the string attached to it so that when we sand it down and we tune it up again later, we can get exactly how we want it to be with the string on. So many of the system out there without the strings, you have to take off all the strings and make sure the neck are flat, and then you do the sanding. The problem with that is that when you put on the string back, the tension is different from without the string on. So you have to readjust back the truss rod to make sure that the neck is flat again. But the problem is that you sometimes cannot make sure that whether the neck will be what as you want when the strings are on. So that's why I think the katana work best for me at the moment. Now what we do is we use these kind of things to slide in between the string, pull it up so that the string will be raised a little bit, right? Then we can put the katana on. So the katana will be inside, then we do the sanding. So our objective is to sand down the worn out fret until it's not seen, right? I'm gonna repeat the whole process, so I'll show you when it's done. Alright, now we have leveled the fret, we took off the strings. We put on the blue tape to protect the fretboard. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put on the marker pen again, like this, on all the fret. So basically now we are doing the crowning. So how are we gonna do the crowning? Is we're gonna use the 3-point thing like this. Alright, as you can see, after crowning it's become round, and we left a little bit of the blue mark. It means it's one line. So it's then we can make sure that the flatness become round. as suppose you can see here, this one before crowning is very flat. So why we need to make it round? Because we need to make sure that the pitch will be correct. If you have a flat fret like this, it will always, your pitch is either on the top or on the bottom. Sometimes you don't get the right pitch on it. So this, where else if you have rounded fret, you will know that the center of it is the pitch, right? So this is quite important. So I'm going to continue doing it until the line become a fine line. Alright, we currently what we are doing here is we are doing an electrolysis, removing all the rust from all the parts, tremolo, the machine head, the screws, springs, right? We're using an electric, so we'll leave it for maybe about a few hours. This one is after we set up, after we do fret leveling, after we do crowning and do the intonation and the height. So now we're going to show you all the string. No buzzing.